The Lindsay Science Model is an instructional framework that helps learning facilitators structure their science block to provide access and equity for all learners. We can use this model as a template for planning an instructional sequence. The basic structure of a science lesson plan should include an opening, direct instruction, personalized next-generation science standards instruction, and a closure period. Building our lesson around this structure allows us to effectively integrate whole group, small group, and direct instruction while allowing flexibility to adapt to our learners' learning needs. Our science model begins with an opening. During this time, the learning facilitator will work with their learners to create SMART goals and introduce the day's learning session. The whole group should participate in the opening section together, as it will serve as a launching point for the rest of the session. The opening should expose all learners to the learning goals that they will be responsible for, but the learning facilitator may choose an opening that vertically aligns multiple standards to meet the needs of a diverse learning environment. In this instance, all learners will participate in the activity together, but the rigor should be adjusted to fit the learning needs of each. After the opening, we move on to the main instructional time, which should include both direct instruction and personalized next-generation science standards instruction. This section is focused on the delivery of the 5E lesson design. The 5E lesson design ensures that learners have multiple opportunities to interact with scientific concepts in various ways. In the engage phase of the 5E lesson design, we should establish a driving question and elicit learners' initial understandings on the topic. This is where you would include a hook or a motivating starting point for instruction. In the explore phase, learners should have multiple opportunities to engage scientific phenomena, explore investigation and observations, and identify patterns. In the explain phase, learners are provided opportunities to express their ideas about the scientific concepts and observable patterns. In addition, they should have opportunities to compare, test, and revise their own explanations. It is key in this phase of the 5E lesson design that learners show what they know about new scientific concepts in various ways that align to the scientific and engineering practices. In the elaborate phase, learners have a chance to apply new scientific learning to new contexts. In these opportunities, learners should communicate new understandings with formal language and extend the concept being explored. In the evaluate phase, learners' understanding of new concepts should be evaluated through multiple measures, including self and peer evaluation, as well as open-ended response. In this phase, learners should show evidence of mastery of new scientific concepts. Within these stages, personalized next-generation science standards instruction occurs. We should use differentiated learning experiences, blended learning, and differentiated assessment to meet the specific needs and interests of individual learners. It should be noted that the 5 E's do not necessarily occur linearly, and they may not all appear in every lesson, but they should all be included in the larger scope of the unit. The closure period allows the group to reconnect and reflect on their learning progress. It provides an opportunity for the whole group to review their SMART goals and the day's learning content together. It also allows the opportunity for the learning facilitator to perform a check for understanding, which will play a vital role in planning for the group's next learning session. Finally, remember to integrate cross-cutting concepts, science and engineering practices, aligned ELA or ELD and literacy targets, and the aligned math practices into the science block.